Subscribe right now to find the best men's fragrances and learn more about fragrances in general. Terrific! Today I'm going to show to you the Davidoff Cool Water, an aquatic, woody men's fragrance that has been on the market for quite some time. And guys, the question is this scent DNA too old or is it still wearable? What do I think? How does this actually smell and what's the longevity? Is the price value justified or are there better alternatives either from Davidoff or other brands, and would I repurchase this? All that and more coming up in this video. Let's get rolling.
Davidoff Cool Water Eau de Toilette, a true bestseller men's fragrance. Guys, this is a somewhat classical DNA, in my opinion, a classical men's fragrance. So if you're a younger guy, I would rather suggest maybe going in another direction. However, I would characterize this as a woody, fresh, somewhat spicy, and especially aromatic fragrance. And if we look at the notes real quick, in the top we can find lavender, mint, rosemary, coriander, and in the heart I noticed for example here the sandalwood, and in the base the woody notes like cedar. I didn't get particularly sandalwood notes. With sandalwoods I more associate a creamy softness, which I really didn't get, but definitely the Cool Water, you have the woody notes in the base which gives it the masculine character, and as you may know, woody notes fit great for a men's fragrance, especially if you, for example, then combine it with fresher notes at the top. Although with the Davidoff Cool Water, I would say really the aromatic qualities are dominant. Might be a good gift idea if you know you have a little bit more mature gentleman. For the younger crowd, I would go, like I said, in another direction, but it's very affordable and universally a lot of guys like this DNA. It's for a reason that's such a bestseller fragrance. However, looking at my own personal rating, since I'm not such a huge fan of this Cool Water DNA, I'm only giving it 3 out of 5, and that's also taking into account a little bit its popularity. Longevity, I found it was a little bit, in my opinion, not strong enoughly formulated. I could put on a lot of sprays and then it would project initially, but the sillage would die down. So I just felt it was like too weakly formulated for my taste. And presentation is okay. Given the price point, I give it 3 out of 5. Overall price value, also only 3 out of 5. I mean, it's pretty affordable. You can get a big bottle for really cheap prices, so not a lot you can do wrong here, except please test the DNA before and notice that it's a little bit more classical masculine scent.
Terrific. So now what's my conclusion about this Davidoff fragrance? Is it too old? Can you still wear it? How did I like the scent, and would I repurchase it again? Guys, I really have to say, first up, of course, it's a very popular scent DNA, but I really think this is due to having these fresh aquatic notes in the top in combination with the woody base. But I really feel that this scent DNA is quiet, has started to age a lot, so it's not smelling modern enough for my personal taste. That's why I would not necessarily recommend this for at least younger people. And also it's very aromatic, and for my taste a little bit too aromatic, expensive qualities. And there are much better alternatives. For example, a fragrance that I much prefer is the Armani Acqua di Gio, the blue one, the Profondo, because with the Davidoff, even if you look at the flankers, Davidoff does flankers regularly. If you compare, for example, the normal Cool Water to the flanker, the Wave, you still, with the Davidoff, even with the flankers, I feel they're still retaining this old DNA and just changing it slightly. If you compare that, for example, to the Armani fragrances, to the white Armani Acqua di Gio, the classical one, and then now with the combination to the blue one, this smells way more changed. There is much less of the old fragrance DNA. It's still there, so that gives it much more modern touch. And also this uses a new fragrance molecule. The Armani uses the Aquazone, and yeah, man, this smells so much better. I mean, like in the summer, I wore this last year in the summertime a couple of times while doing some work and also being outside actually. And guys, I really learned to love the Armani, and I did not as nearly as close have the same experience with the Davidoff. So that's why I would not repurchase the Davidoff again. In fact, I probably wouldn't even have purchased it. I just wanted to have this in my collection to calibrate my nose and have these comparisons so that I can share and contrast for you guys. Awesome for tuning in. If you want to learn more about fragrances, hit that subscribe button right now, helps the channel, and you get some benefits from that as well, because you're gonna find the best fragrances to add to your collection, and you're gonna smell really good and have a good time. Guys, awesome for tuning in. I'll see you as a subscriber in the next video. Take care.
Nicely done, guys. And if you are into fresh, sporty fragrances that have this retro characteristic, then maybe also look at the Ralph Lauren Polo Sport, one of the first fragrances I ever bought. Actually, the first fragrances I ever bought long time ago, and you can find this and many other fragrances on my channel page, sorted by useful playlists. A lot of people have already subscribed. If you want, you can subscribe right now as well. And yeah, I see you in the next video, and have fun.